Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing us how to format our cookbook. Alright, so I'm making this video to assist people who are into the cookbook niche to be able to be more productive and write and format their cookbook in a day. Alright, it is possible to write a cookbook and to format it in a day. Very possible. And I started by showing us my ultimate cookbook prompts that I use to generate my content in less than 30 seconds, in less than 30 minutes. Alright, so if you are here to watch this video, you are not doing yourself any good. I want you to make sure you watch this video before you continue this particular one. Alright, you're going to learn how to structure your prompts and feed it into the AI, and it gives you all the content that you need for your cookbook depending on how rich your table of content is. Alright, so on my channel I talk about book publishing and I talk about Amazon KDP and how to increase your earnings as a book publisher. Alright, so if you're interested, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and join the family. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the video for today. Alright, so using the prompt I taught in my last video, I was able to generate all the content that I need for my own book. So you are going to watch me format this cookbook. The first thing I'm going to do after pasting my content, right? And meanwhile, this is Google Docs. This is the software I use for quick and proper formatting. Alright, this is the software I use now. Alright, so I'm going to highlight all, Control A. So we're going to select all the contents. We are using Control A. And then we want to make sure all the text is uniform. All right, when I say uniform, I mean a particular typeface. All right, so I'm going to choose Times New Roman. All right, so all my text should be on Times New Roman. Then I'll go to the introduction. So I have to now set some certain parameters. All right, like the heading 1, the heading 2, and so on and so forth. So there's a size I always like keeping my heading. So my heading 1, I usually like leaving it around 20. Alright, so this is going to be my heading 1. As you can see, it's heading 2. So I'll change it right now to heading 1. Alright, update heading 1 to match. So this is now my heading 1. Alright, so size of 20. My normal text is always 14. I leave my normal text 14. This is 8.5 by 11. Alright, so if you want to change the size of your Word document or for your Google Docs, you want to set it to be exactly as you're seeing here, you just go to File, you go to page setup. All right, so on page setup, apply to whole document, then make sure your paper size is 8.5 by 11. All right, so when you click here, you choose 8.5 by 11. Make sure you apply to whole document. Make sure it's portrait. Make sure the margins are 111. All right, that's all you just need to do. Make sure the page color is white. So that's all you need to do. Don't tamper with this. Focus on pages. Make sure you're on pages. All right, and you can pause this video and make sure you have these whole settings mastered before you now click OK. You can also set as default. Alright, set as default so that you don't have to keep doing it every time. Just make sure you set it as default if you are sure that is what you want to use on your Google Docs for cookbooks. So you cancel. So on my normal text now, I want to make sure all my normal text are this particular dimension. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. As you can see, I've done that. Okay, so all right, so this is how I format my own book. So I'm going to go to chapter 1 and repeat the same thing. On my Google Docs, I like making sure aside from the heading 1 and heading 2, I don't have any other headings except for the recipes. So after heading 1, heading 2, I don't like having any other headings. As you can see, this normal text. So apart from the recipes, only heading 1 and heading 2 are the only headings I use. Okay, I don't use heading 3, I don't use heading 4, etc. I only have heading 1 and heading 2 on all my documents. Then for the recipes, I give it heading 3. Alright, so that the name of the recipes can show in my table of contents. So for this one now, I will just have to change this back to normal. Okay, then I'll break it. Then I'll make this my heading 1. I'll give a line. Then I'll make this heading 1. So you will notice that there's a shortcut. There's a shortcut to this. Control Alt 1. So this is the shortcut. Control Alt 1. If you want to make your text heading 1 faster, Control Alt plus 1 is the shortcut. So I'll be using the shortcut from now on. So for the heading 2, so I like making my heading 2 around 18. So this is 20, all right? So you can make here 16 or you can make it 18 depending on what you want, all right? So I'm going to go to heading 2 and then I'll say update heading 2 to match. Okay, no, let's make it bold. Let's make it bold, then let's update it to match again. Update heading 2 to match, all right? Then I'll bring this down. So I have my heading 1 set up, I have my heading 2 set up. So the shortcut for heading 2 is Control plus Alt plus 2. As you can see here, Control plus Alt plus 2. So the shortcut for heading 3, Control plus Alt plus 3. So I'll be using the shortcut henceforth, right? So I'll just select Control plus Alt plus 3. All right, so this is the long method. You highlight and then you go and select whatever you want to select. So I will come and check all this. I want to make sure these are not in headings. Like I said, I only focus on the heading 1 and heading 2, right? So I'll come down again, the cortisol connection. So let's check if this is in heading. Normal test, good. So insulin resistance, let's check this. So this is all I will just do. Thyroid, so let's just make sure that none of these are in headings. All right, so that's about that. So we are done with heading chapter 1. So now what I'm going to do next, all right, on this part that has to do with the recipes, watch what I'm going to do. Okay, pay attention very, very well to this formatting strategy that will make your work easy to format. All right, so I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to select all the recipes on chapter 4. All right, so I'm just highlighting and dragging. All right, I'm going to select all of the recipes, all of them. All right, so these are all the recipes for chapter 4, and there are only 6 in number. All right, so next thing I'm going to go to formats. As you can see on my screen here, format. Then I'm going to go to columns. I'll go to more options. So I want the column to be 2. All right, there should be line between each column. All right, and I leave this at 0.5. Then I click on apply. So it applies what we just did. So let's check it out. So as you can see, so this is how I format my recipes on Google Docs. All right, so next I'm going to put in my images. This is very easy to do. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this now for chapter 5. So stay tuned. In case you missed anything, you can always, all right, slow the video down and watch it again. So now I'm going to download this image. I'm going to use it in my cookbook. All right, so like I said, this can be done and you can be finished with your cookbook in less than 1 hour. So I use bing.com/image creator for my image generation for my book. All right, and I use DALL-E, not ChatGPT. All right, so whenever you come to the bing.com/image, I will drop this link for us. All right, I will drop this link for us. So usually when you come to bing.com, this is bing.com, just type bing.com on your Google browser on your tab. It opens up like this. Then you just click on image creator. All right, after you have signed up, of course, you have registered with them, click on image creator and then it brings you here. This is the interface you're going to see. Then make sure the model is DALL-E, not ChatGPT 4.0. I don't know these days, I just dislike ChatGPT because of the latest improvement in their version is worse than how it should be. All right, so all right, so I'll copy the image, so it has generated it for us. So all I just have to do is just click on image I like. All right, let's say I like any particular image here. I'll just bring my mouse there, right click with my mouse and click on copy image. All right, I right click and I choose copy image. Okay, so I'll go back to my document. So I want to paste the image now, so I'll bring it under these ingredients and then I'll Ctrl V and it just pasted there. So this is what I do. So I don't have to start downloading the image and start inserting it. Are you seeing why this is faster? I don't have to start downloading any image and start inserting it. So I'll just Ctrl C on the name of this. I'll go here, edit prompt, click on edit prompt, then paste the new recipe. Then I'll click on create. and then it's going to create it for us. Hormone balancing green smoothie. So it does not take time to generate, though it gives you certain if it takes time to generate for you, just refresh the page. All right, if you are trying to generate your image and it takes time, just refresh the page. All right, it should not take more than 10 seconds. Copy image. I'll go back to this, so I'll paste the image, Ctrl V. Alright, so whenever it does this, what I do is I click on the image and I choose this option, behind text. Alright, pay attention, I choose this option, behind text, and it takes the image back up. So I'll bring these ingredients down, then I will just align this. Are you seeing this red line? So this red line that you are seeing on my screen currently, I make sure my image is above of it, so that Amazon does not have issues with my book. So I'll just raise it up, all right, and then I'll drop it. So this is how I format my book. So this number 3 of the recipes, I have to start it on a new line. All right, I have to start it on a new line. Then I'll select the text again, the title of the recipe. I'll go back, I'll click on edit prompt. All right, then I'll highlight this, I'll delete it, I'll paste a new one. So this is number 3. I'll click on recreate. So it's going to create the 3rd recipes for us. All right, so basically that is all I just do for my image generation. I take it to bing.com. If you have a better image generator, feel free to use it. All right, you must not use bing.com. All right, I just found that this has been easier for me to use, and it gives me what I want. All right, so remember, like I said, you find an image you like out of all these 4. Take your mouse there, you right click on it and choose copy image. That is all you just have to do. Then go back to your Google Docs, just above the ingredients. Above the ingredients is where you want to now Ctrl V to paste what you have copied. That's all the formatting I do. This is all the formatting I do for my cookbook. This is how my interior of my cookbook looks like. All right, this is whenever I want to use Google Docs to format. All right, I have a video on my channel on how to use Canva to also format your book. I will pause the video to when I'm done generating all the images. All right, I will pause this video until when I'm done generating the images. So there's nothing much I do here. All right, so as you can see, for example, this particular image refused to paste under here. I've told you what you do, right? Select the image and choose this option that says behind text. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 behind text. You can see the name here, behind text. You click on it, so it brings the image where it should be. Then you take your mouse, you can see some text on top of the image, so you make sure you just press your enter key until the text comes where it should be. And then you want to now taking your mouse at this point, this blue point that you're seeing, and then you want to scroll up. All right, scroll up until you pass this red line. All right, so keep scrolling until you see this red line, and then you take your image above of that red line. It ensures that Amazon does not have issue with your image. They don't tell you your image is touching the margin and you need to adjust blah 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 from Amazon. Okay, so that's that. So guys, I am done with the formatting. All right, as you can see, the formatting of the recipes actually, not the formatting of the whole book. So this is how the interior is going to be when I finally upload it. All right, so it's actually faster and easier using Google Docs. All right, you don't need to download the images. Just go to the platform, you right click, you copy, and you come and paste it just below the ingredients. All right, so some important points you have to take note of is always make sure your image is not touching the red line on the margin. All right, let me show you a practical example right now. All right, let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, so see this image now, this particular image now. All right, I had to shrink it. So first thing I had to do was make sure it is behind text. Then I have to now shrink it. Can you see this red line? So always make sure your image is not touching the red line. All right, always make sure it is not touching that red line. All right, that red line is your margin, and once the image is on that red line or goes past it, Amazon is going to send your book to draft or even block your book. All right, so just take note of this important point. All right, so I'll stop this video here. Copyright information will be put, dedication, images, table of contents. So you can just generate a table of contents. Let's see how my table of contents is looking. Let me generate it now. So I'll click on insert, page elements, table of contents. Let it have these. Alright, so I've generated my table of contents, as you can see. Okay, so I'm going to do something now. I will highlight all of them. Alright, I'll highlight all my table of contents. Okay, I will highlight all of them. I want to make sure you get this part before I move on. Then I'll change the color to black. Alright, then see this option here. You always notice it when you select everything. You click on these three options, more options, click on formatting, then you want to show page numbers. Click on show page numbers. Alright, click on show page numbers. That's all you just want to do. Alright, so you can see our book is more than 92 pages, 93 pages total. Okay, so this is our table of contents. This is our table of contents, as you can see. See you in my next video.